welcome. I'm Mama Eve, and welcome to my channel. Today, I have a very special video. I'm actually making this for a client, but I figured might as well show you how to do it too. I'm making a protection jar. Now, it's a history about these jars. These jars will catch negative vibrations inside of these jars. All right, so the things that I'll be putting, the items that I will be putting in this jar is to catch witchcraft, sorcery, divination, bad vibrations. Now, I'm going to tell you a little story because Mama just loved to tell stories. There was a story about this little town. Now, I'm not too sure where this town was, but it was this little town, and it was this man. He was married. He had a wife, and the wife was deathly ill. And it was a small town, so everybody knew everybody pretty much. And the story goes that it was another man, which was a friend, that was coming to this town, or maybe he lived in this town. So he approached the one man, and he said, "How's your wife?" And he said, "Oh, my wife is sick. My wife is sick." He said, "Well, make a jar for her. And now listen, don't leave the jar in your house. Take it outside. Don't leave it in the house." So the man didn't listen. He made the jar, just like I'm making today, but he didn't listen. So the man threw the jar in the fireplace. And the story went that the jar started rising up. So he took the shovel and kept trying to push the jar down. And every time he pushed the jar down, the jar would rise up again. So a little while later, the man came back and said, "Well, how's your wife doing?" And he said, "Oh, she's much worse. She is much worse." So he said, "I told you, once you make this jar and you get rid of this jar, it cannot be in your home." So he made another jar and he buried it in his yard. And they said a little while longer, it was a knock on the door. And it was a woman, and she said, "You killed my husband. You killed my husband." And it was like, "Miss, we don't even know who you are. Who's your husband?" And she said, "It doesn't matter. You killed my husband." Long story short, the husband had put a curse on the woman. And when they got rid of the jar, the man, he died. All right? So there's not many things you need in making this jar. And one thing that is very important, you need a picture on the outside of the jar. All right? So we're not going to do not put your picture. Do not put an enemy's picture on there. Do not do that. So what I did was I got this little moon man. All right? So I'm going to stick it on the outside of this jar. And when I finish, you're going to know why. All right? So, of course, Mama always say, "Can you get a piece of paper and a pen? That way you can write down these things and you can refer to it later." So, you're going to need some salt. Do anybody know what these are? As a child, we used to call these monkey balls. However, they're called witches' barrows. And you can buy these, and sometimes they paint them blue and green and red and white, and they charge a lot of money. Y'all go out and you can find these in your yard. All right? So, witch's barrow. You need some asafoetida. It's also called devil's dung. All right? Stinks. Y'all know I have a story for this too, but I'll save it for another time. You're going to need some sage, dry sage. All right? You're going to need some sulfur, just a little bit of sulfur. And lastly, this is red brick dust. Red brick dust. And of course, save the best for last. That wasn't the last. I saved the best for last. You're going to need some broken glass. All right? Broken glass. Remember, the object, the negative vibrations, the sorcery, the divination, the witchcraft is going to get caught in this jar. And that's where it's going to stay. All right? So, very simple. You just put the ingredients in. First, I'll put salt. Okay? I'm going to put 2 witch's barrels. I'm going to put a little bit of sage. Some red brick dust. Some devil's dung. Just a little bit of sulfur. And some glass. All right? Be careful. I know that some of the things that I've made in the videos, I had some wonderful honey buns to come in and say that they're going to make the projects with their children. This is not one that I want my little honey buns to experiment or arts and crafts, okay? So I'm going to put the rest of the red brick dust. A little bit more salt. Now, don't fill it up to the top, and I'll tell you why. Then we're going to close this. All right? So, and we're going to shake this. Now, do you understand what I'm saying? The negative gets stuck in here. The negative is going to get stuck in here. The witchcraft is going to get stuck in here. All right? Now, remember the moon man? This is the reason why we put the moon man. There is something very important that you have to put in this jar. Something that belongs to you. Something that have your essence. A fingernail. Some hair. No picture. Some people even put some morning urine in this jar. Okay? And you seal it and you never open it again. Alright? Very important. As long as it's in your house, you put it up so nobody can mess with it and nobody will open it. Alright? So once you put your fingernail in here, just remember, no picture. Because the negative is not going to be attracted to your picture. It's going to be attracted to this picture and your essence. All right? I hope that makes sense. We don't want you to put a picture. Use a picture. Go on Google. Find any picture. Put a cartoon on there. I don't care what you put on there, but just don't put a picture of yourself or your enemy. We don't want to do that. All right? Seal it. Now, once it's sealed, it stays sealed. Let's just say 6 months then went past, and you say, Mama, I need a new jar. How do I get rid of this jar? What you must do is seal this jar with wax. You simply burn candles, not white. It needs to be purple, pink, or black. All right? And you would drip wax for 7 days over the whole entire jar. And do not put it in your home in the trash. It must go to a crossroads, a cemetery, or throw it in the trash that's away from your home. All right? You'll feel the difference. Okay? So, it's been a good day. It's been a great day. It's been a fantastic day. But what's more important? Oh yeah, I have one of my little honey buns with me today. Come on over. Say hi.
Hi.
You know, Mama loves her honey buns, right? I absolutely do. So it's been a great day. It's been a fabulous day. What's more important? It is your day. Don't forget, subscribe, ring that bell, give me some thumbs up. If you need me to make you a jar like this, leave me a comment or hit me up on my link, and I definitely will do it and send it to you through the mail. All right? Thank you so much for watching, and look out for my next video. All right? Come on, you want to do some kisses, Zion? Mwah!